What is going on, guys? Steadymuffin here, back with a brand new video for my channel. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different to what I normally do. Today is going to be a Q&A session. So on Twitter a few days ago, I put on a poll to say, is it a good idea to do a Q&A? Is it something people will be interested in seeing? And the response was very, very positive. So I thought, hey, let's go for it. So I put up another tweet asking for some questions, and I came back with quite a few questions and some interesting ones as well, so I look forward to answering as well. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. If you are new to the channel, why don't you subscribe? Stick around to see some more of my content, and without further ado, sit back, relax, let's get into these questions. So our first question of the day comes from Sarah. Her Twitter is @sometimesjolly, and she says, where would you like to see your channel in the coming years in terms of the kind of content you create? Any long-term goals here? Very good question. Obviously, being a YouTuber, in terms of content I create is obviously gaming. It's based around some gameplays. I like to do some sort of more maybe, you know, help tips, stuff like that videos. But I do enjoy just playing games, the gameplay I play. I've enjoyed the Apex videos I've been doing lately. They've been really good for me to do. I don't know, they've done all right. So yeah, I suppose in the terms of the content I create, I probably would like to switch it to have some more help tip videos, stuff like that, because I think people really enjoy those sort of things. They do quite well. To be honest though, I just enjoy making the videos. I don't have as such a goal at the moment. I mean, long term wise, of us being a YouTuber, I want to get to sort of 1,000 subscribers. Most of us small YouTubers do, and to continue to see the channel grow. But in terms of the content, yeah, maybe switching up a little bit to include some more help videos. So our second question of the day comes from Emma. Her Twitter is @girly_reject, and she says, what would you say is the most memorable moment of your life so far, and why? Also, have you got any strange fetishes? Touching cushions, for example. I gave you two questions, sorry. That is more than fine. Thank you very much for your questions, Emma. I'll take the second part first. Now, I don't think I have any strange fetishes as such. I asked my girlfriend about this question actually yesterday, and she said one of my strange fetishes seems to be making the bed religiously once I've got out of it. I don't like to get into an unmade bed. It's a bit weird. I mean, it's not really a fetish as such. It's just a habit maybe. I don't think I have any. She also said about whenever I'm hurt or injured, if I've got like a wound or something, I have a habit of just wanting to touch it and to feel the pains, and maybe a strange fetish as I like pain. I don't know, but that yeah, I would say I don't have any, but according to other people I do. As for the first part of this question, most memorable moments of my life so far and why, one of them massively is buying my house with my girlfriend. That was a massive moment. You know, it's a huge commitment to buy a house. It's a lot of money, and it was a lot of time and effort finding the right house as well. So for a memorable moment of my life so far, definitely was buying my house. One of my other memorable moments would probably be when I left one of my previous jobs. I used to work at a company called Wix Building Supplies in England. I was there for 12 years of my life, which is a long time. And leaving that job was really memorable for me because it opened up a lot for me. You know, I was stuck in that job. I was probably underpaid for the work that I did, and I moved into another job which for me was easier because it was a lot less physical and a lot less demanding. The company were a lot less demanding, and you get paid for the work that you did. So for me, it may seem a bit weird, but a memorable moment of my life was definitely leaving that company and going to work for someone else, because it just opened up so much for me. Obviously, memorable moments aren't always happy, and two real memorable moments of my life was when my granddad passed away and when my mum passed away. Probably for me, I will never ever forget those days. They don't always have to be good, I guess, for these memorable things, but for me, definitely those two events in my life, they changed my life, and not for the better. Obviously, I miss them both dearly, but yeah, definitely up there with the most memorable times of my life. On to the next question from Mr. Scruffles. I think I've said that right, Mr. Scruffles. And he says, who or what inspired you to create the content that you make? Or I just added words there. The content you make. There's quite a few people that inspired me to do YouTube. One of them was a guy called Elite Shot. He's a Call of Duty YouTuber. Began watching him a long time ago, and I used to love his videos. He's so good at Call of Duty as well, and he you know, probably was the first inspiration of me wanting to do this, because I watched him and I had, you know, most of the setup that I needed. I obviously had quite a few bits, but I had the basics, let's just say, to go on from there. So he probably inspired me the most. I watched quite a lot of different YouTubers, maybe not most of the bigger ones. FIFA wise, I watch a lot of 2Sync, I watch a lot of AJ3, but they came a bit later on. So for me, he probably inspired me the most. I just really enjoyed watching YouTube and seeing the videos, and then I thought, I do play most of these games and I'm not that bad at them, so maybe I could do it as well. So that's really what inspired me to start making the content. Okay, next question comes from Sinafall at Sinafall on Twitter. He says, what was your hobby when you were a kid? What was the first game what you ever played? Why did you create your YouTube channel? If you could change one thing in life, what would you change? So a lot of questions all there in one nice package. So let's tackle them one at a time. What was your hobby when you was a kid? I played a lot of football when I was a wee lad. I used to love playing the game. I was a bit injury prone though, so unfortunately I spent a lot of time on the sidelines for that. And obviously one of the big things I used to do as a kid was I played video games. I had a Master System, I had a Mega Drive, I had a Super Nintendo, I had a Game Gear. I even had an old Atari as well. My dad used to play, but he didn't really play games, but he had them. So yeah, I think football and gaming was my major hobbies when I was a kid. What was the first game you ever played? I have absolutely no idea. I can't remember what the first game was. I played a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog, so it could have been Sonic that pulled me in. Mario, yeah, I didn't really play a lot of Mario. I played Mario Kart, which was one of my favourite SNES games ever. In fact, one of my favourite games ever. But in terms of the first game I ever played, I just can't remember exactly. I remember one game very distinctly as well, which was Bubble Bobble on the Master System. If you remember Bubble Bobble, drop it down in the comments down below. But that for me was one of my favourite games. It could have been one of the first games I played. Why did you create the YouTube channel? Like I said in the previous question, really, it was because I saw other people doing it and I felt I could do it. I wanted to do it. I really enjoyed doing it as well. It really, setting up my channel was good fun. I really enjoyed it. But the reason I created it, because I played the games and I watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and I thought, let's put them together, mold them together and make my own channel. If I could change one thing in my life, what would I change? Very, very good question. I mean, to be honest, at the moment, I'm pretty happy with my life. I mean, personally wise, I'm living with my girlfriend now. We own our own house. I would probably say health-wise, I mean, I'm not unfit, but I'm not fit as I used to be. So I would really probably like to maybe get back into the fitness side. I mean, I do go to the gym every now and then, but I don't go consistently. I'm eating a lot better now than I did before. So I would say probably lose some weight and gain some fitness would probably be one thing I'd want to change in my life. Our next question comes from CrazyChad at CrazyChadGaming. He says, what's your favourite muffin? And if you had to come up with an idea for a perfect Battle Royale game, what would it be? Some awesome questions. My favourite muffin? I don't really have one as such. I mean, if you stick toffee or caramel in anything, and I think I have had a toffee flavoured muffin, so I would say toffee muffin, if that's a weird thing. Maybe you guys can comment down below your favourite muffins, and if there's some flavours out there I might have missed. But yeah, I'd say a toffee muffin. If I had to come up with an idea for a perfect Battle Royale game, now this one's a bit weird. I don't really know. I think the Battle Royale games we have out at the moment do a really good job. I was really happy they brought out a Call of Duty version of it at the time. Anyway, I can't say I've actually played a lot of it lately, but for me, the perfect Battle Royale game was going to be a COD-based Battle Royale, because I like COD, I like the way it plays, and I was really interested to see how it went, you know, if it would feel like Call of Duty, and it did. I would love to see maybe like a Final Fantasy Battle Royale game, to be honest. I love Final Fantasy 7. It's one of my favourite games of all time, so maybe a Final Fantasy 7 Battle Royale. That would be good for me. Next up on the questions is Mel I Playful at Mel I Playful. And she says, why did you choose your name? If you could change one thing about the game industry, what would it be? Some great questions. Thank you, Mel. My name actually came from a mistake. People have always asked me, how did you come up with, Steadymuffin? It's been with me for a long time. And it actually came from me thinking a song said something what they didn't, basically. So I grew up listening to a lot of gangster rap, to listen to a lot of rap music, and one of my favourite artists was the notorious B.I.G. At the start of one of his hit songs, he sort of whispers under his breath, like sort of thing, and I thought he said Steadymuffin. And it was only when I went listening to the song with one of my mates, and I said this as, you know, the song was playing, singing along, and he was like, what did you just say? And I was like, yo, Steadymuffin. And he was like, no, it says Junior Mafia.
Bad boy, baby. Yeah. Junior Mafia.
And I was like, ah. And ever since that point, Steadymuffin became my name. When we were rapping, it became sort of like my rap name. When I signed up for things as a username, it was mainly, you know, Steadymuffin. Gamer tag Steadymuffin, YouTube Steadymuffin. So that is the birth of Steadymuffin. That it all came from a mistake. If I could change one thing about the gaming industry right now, it's an obvious one, but it's microtransactions. It's the money side of it that really disappoints me how it's going. The amount that you have to pay for a game nowadays is ridiculous, but it's not just that. Like I said, microtransactions inside games, you have to pay for everything now, and it never used to be like that. I'm old fashioned. It never used to be like that. I grew up not having to pay a penny in game, but as time's gone on, you have to pay for stuff. You know, FIFA's the worst for me for it. Playing Ultimate Team, it's a pay to win. You know, you pay to win at that game mode. Call of Duty's gone the same way. Battle Royales, Fortnite, yeah, Apex, you all have to pay for stuff. So yeah, if I could change anything, I would change it back to the way it was before. Next up, we've got Anthem's Dragon at Anthem Dragons YT, and he says, what is a Steadymuffin? Does he have a job, a hobby, a favourite colour? Well, I've gone over what a Steadymuffin is, or where it came from. Does he have a job? He's actually in the middle of jobs at the moment. I left my previous job a few weeks ago now because I simply wasn't happy with it, and I've got a new job now. I'm going to be starting not next week, the week after, so I've still got a week off, but I do have a job. Hobby wise, this is my hobby. This is what I do: making games, making videos, playing games. Like I said before, I used to play a lot of football. I don't play as much now as I don't play at all really, but my main hobby is playing games and creating content for my YouTube channel. My favourite colour? Green. Simple. I love green. Next up for questions, Taylor Peterson Gaming at YT Taylor Gaming. He says, out of all the Battle Royale games you played, what has been your favourite and why? Very good question, my man. Thank you very much for that. My favourite Battle Royale game fluctuates, I'll be honest. I mean, I loved playing Fortnite when it, maybe 4, 5, 6 seasons ago. I would have said it's the best Battle Royale game. I did a video on my favourite between sort of PUBG, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Blackout mode, and I thought COD was always going to be my favourite, but Fortnite for me keeps pulling me back in like this. It come back here, John. So Fortnite's been my favourite, but Apex has come out, out of left field, and it's blown me away. I really enjoy Apex. So at the moment, my favourite is probably Apex, but I still really enjoy playing Fortnite. So out of the two, they're my two favourites. I couldn't pick out which. It depends on the season, depending on what's going on in the game. Now, Taylor also commented on one of my FIFA videos, a question which I said I'd include in the Q&A, which is, do you think FIFA will get better again? I've not been quiet about the fact that I think FIFA 19 was dismal, was terrible game. Gameplay was horrific. I do hope it will. Do I think it will, though? I don't think FIFA 20 will be the answer. I hope it will be. Fingers crossed. I've not played it. I didn't get invited to the beta to play it, but from what I've heard, it's not that much different from FIFA 19. There's some basics that it just needs to fix, passing, tackling, being one of them, or two of them rather, but they just need to get that bit sorted out. The basics gameplay is what really put me off. The fact that, Ultimate Team is pay to win isn't going to change. I am a massive Pro Clubs player, so if they do something with Pro Clubs to improve it, I will play it. I'll probably play it anyway, but do I think it will get better? Not really. Do I hope it will? Yeah. Next up, we have Captain Granite at Captain Granite. What would you say is the best thing you've gained from doing your videos and streaming? Side question, when are you going to make Mrs. Muffin official? I will keep bugging you on it. So yes, I do know you will keep bugging me on it. When I know, you'll know, my man. When I know, you'll know. But in regards to the first part, the thing I've gained most from doing my videos and streaming, it's pretty obvious. the people that I've met, and Captain Granite, you're one of them, the people I've met have just been awesome. They're like-minded people that enjoy playing games, but some of them I've got to know, you know, on a better, more friend level than just a content creator. Captain, you're one of them. Taylor, Marty Rooster, you know, there's loads of people that I've met along this journey that are great. They're really nice to talk to, not just, like I say, as content creators, but as friends. And I hope that we can carry on. You know, if we're on a Discord, a Content Creators Unite, I think it's called. In fact, I'll drop a link down below in the description if you want to come on board and have a chat with us, because we're always on there. We're always talking about, you know, not just gaming and videos and stuff like that, and streaming. You know, we're friends as well. Our last question comes from #WarpigOnYT at WarpigOnYT. Love this guy's videos. He always cracks me up, makes me laugh with his videos. He's a Call of Duty video content creator, but he's hilarious. He's so brilliant. And he asks, what's one thing you collect or used to collect? Thanks for including me. I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, as a kid, I used to collect Pokemon cards. I used to collect Pogs. Yeah, all sorts of cards. I collected actually a couple of, you know, last year, the World Cup sticker album. I was collecting the stickers for that. There's nothing really I collect as such now, other than those stickers for that album. I do collect a lot of stuff though. I'm not a hoarder of stuff, but when I moved out of home to move into my own place, I discovered that I'd kept quite a lot of stuff. So in regards to what I used to collect, I used to just collect everything from my stages of my life, and it would all just go up in the loft and you'd forget about it. But yeah, at the moment, not really much that I collect, to be honest, other than video games. But thank you very much for the question. And that's going to do it for this, my first ever Q&A video. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the questions. Thank you very much to everybody that posted a question for me. If you want to see another one of these videos, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Comment down below any other questions that you've got. I'll either answer them in the comments, or if I get quite a few, I will do another Q&A video. So anything you want to ask me, Steadymuffin, your friendly neighbourhood gamer, you can call me. Just pop them down below in the comments section. I'll get back to you on it. Like I said, smash that thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to make sure you don't miss the next one if there is one. And I will see you then. Bye bye.
Hey, what time is it?
It's